Hello, beautiful people. So let's keep going with our project. Uh, so my plan before going forward and test our um, backend methods in for the repository, I realized that I need to creating couple of more methods, and I created, as you can see, I created login user method, which has parameters email, password string. It gets by the way, before, oh yeah, let's do that. First of all, I installed bcrypt repo npm package. um, I initialize it. Where is that index? No. Package JSON, and here you can see the bcrypt repo, also dependencies here. That's types for bcrypt for dev dependencies, because we need it only on the dev, in the dev development stage. And there's bcrypt, which needs to be on the in the build too. So that types makes, because bcrypt is, if we look it up, bcrypt, what it does, it hash the password. It encrypts password. So that's the thing. Wait a second, where is it? Yeah, bcrypt, and here's it's a JavaScript package, npm package, and so we needed types for it. Oh my goodness, where I'm going? I need to close that. Here, no, node modules. Okay, so package, and so bcrypt, and we use it in repository import bcrypt, and we make his rotations, how many times it encrypts our passwords, like on the 14th, a little bit on the heavy side. It's better do more rounds of encryption than less rounds of encryption. And we use it right now on when I create user. Here's I hashing it. That's my password, which I moving from the user data, and that's how many times it encrypts. If we don't, if we got password hash here. Yeah, well, it must be. I don't need to check on it because it's not something um, on the server side. I mean, it's on the same level, so I don't need to check it. Actually, maybe if, yeah, let's check it. If password not hash, then we're going to throw a new error here again. Failed to pass, but it's very unlikely. Just for any case, we're going to check it. So now we pass not password into the, not plain password into the database. We making password hash moving into the database, and because we have yes, okay, let me go through the more with this. We have login user. Now it's going to check for the So it's not if get user email, if it didn't find the user, we throw the out error. And here we're going to compare my password from the user and password hash. And if it's not compared properly, if boolean is false, then we're going to throw the error. And the generic message, we're not telling the user what was wrong exactly. It might be password or it might be email. We don't want to specify where user made mistake. So also when I was doing the certificate, HTTPS certificate on backend, I completely forgot that I need to do the same for the front end. So right now I did it, and I moved certificates into the root of the project. So it's sitting on the top. There is the key and there is the certificate for itself. I generated with them, and now I'm using them right on the back end. I'm using them in where is it? I'm using them in the index.ts. So I'm catching them with the read file sync, key and certificate here. And I'm using on them on the front end. In Vita config. Here's the keys. Here's how we're using it. It's for the local host, and you can see on the front end it's HTTPS right now. What the problem? Unable to load schema. Yeah, right now not. You won't be able. Okay, so going to click it. That's HTTPS. So I'm using HTTPS, and I'm using also on the backend. And if I run backend, where is that? That's my backend running, and it's also using HTTPS server. Well, let's write down how we look it up. That it's using HTTPS server. We're going to project back, index.ts, and here HTTPS create server. So that's we know that it's running HTTPS. And when front end and backend running HTTPS, the transition of email and password from front end to backend is protected. That's what they say. So that's what we did. Also from the types, from the user updatable keys, I removed email. Email was here like this. That was email here. It was email here, and we don't need it here because I'm going to do two dedicated methods to update email and to update password for the user, which will be here on that level. Okay, I'll see you in a second, in a bit. Okay, hello. So come back to our thing. So I decided to use only extra one method for changing password, for changing email. For changing email, use different method. So it was email was right here before first name. It was email. I moved it to email here, so only admins, moderators, and root user can use it. So where it checks. Create user, get user, find users. Where is that? Update password. Update user. Here's update user, and here we are checking for these keys. So if role admin, root, or moderator, we're going to approve this or validate these keys, and so admins can use this change of email, not user. User by himself or herself can't change email once they created user, and with certain email they cannot change. Only moderator, user, or root user, or admin can change it. Now if we go for update user, update password, update password, we're going to have dedicated method, and again I'm going to send it first to execution of the query to user table, update user table, and on the second one I'm going to send history update for user. It's where is it? Connection user. So, oh my gosh. Wait a second. So that's update for the user table, and here's the history repository update. We're going to use the function log insert, and log insert use its own logic. So repository, what I needed to do in log insert, you see I did comments for each functions now, so I can remove this to do. I don't need it anymore. So like log insert will have its own logic here, changes history. And the only thing I needed to change, I needed to create new history user data type, because user data doesn't have changed history. Also I need, wait a second. So I did change types here, history data, history user data, which includes user, which can be partial, not complete, because we sometimes don't want to use all user. We want to change only part of the user's information. And it also includes optional password changed key, which is Boolean, can be false, can be true, but by there's I created in changes history new column, this one password changed. And what I did here, I added column password changed, which is Boolean, which can be null, not null. Its default state is false, and its entrance is after deleted at, so it's after deleted at, after this column. And so what we have further, user. So what it does, it's create connection. It's as normally begin transaction. If it's all good, it's commit. If it's bad, it's rollback. And if it's we pass through all stages, we finally release the connection. So here in the try, first of all, I also found out that I need to check for the connection before proceed, because maybe database is not connected. So we need to throw this error here. So once we pass this check, we find the user, because we need information about the user. If we didn't find the user, we throw the error. If we check the password for the old user and password for the new password, which is new password here in parameters and old password here in parameters, we if we check and it's good, we proceed further. If it's not good, we throw the new error, which is saying old password is incorrect, and we can do it here because the user by himself, or admin, or root user, or moderators can change it. So then we create new password hash. If we didn't create, we throw a new error. Then await connection, begin transaction for these two queries, execution of queries, and then if we didn't, we throw the new error. If we didn't have log of history, we throw a new error. So lots of checks here generally, and we finally return. I mean, we don't return nothing. We don't return nothing because let me think. Password match. Password match, update, result. So I changed it a little bit because we need to return to know that update password is actually being done properly. So we need to return a result insert ID, which is coming from here. And so I needed to change promise here on return number. So that's the function for it. And I need to do oh my goodness, comments here for this function. I'm thinking in the same time about different things, and sometimes it can be confusing. Okay, I'll finish the video on this one, on this note. We shaked this tree. We shaked our all functions. We kind of brought them to the good condition, and they should be working, but that we will check in the next video. So I will call next video is checking repository functions working or not, like something like that. So you can, if you're not interested, you can skip it, or if you're interested, you can watch it how it goes. But again, I'll try to do it this fast way. So you don't need to watch how I'm programming it, but I just show the results of it. Okay, I'll see you next video. Thank you. Please subscribe and like if you liked this video, or dislike it if you didn't like it. Comment if you don't like something and you give me some feedback. That would be wonderful. And I'll see you next video. Thank you.